Hi, it's Adas,
Hello, Audrey.
and it's Lenovo Talks. And today we are going to speak about the free software that user gets with our devices.
So Lenovo is known for its hardware, but we know that the hardware without software is useless. Let's talk today a little bit more about free software that comes with Lenovo products.
There are actually quite many different software solutions that you can use with our hardware products, but today we are going to cover 3 of them. So starting with the first one, Lenovo Commercial Vantage. So it's an essential application for each Think user, I must say. It provides a user interface to change hardware settings, check for Lenovo software and driver updates, and many more.
All right, interesting. Let's cover all the features that users can do with the software.
I will speak about the features of the Commercial Vantage now. So I would say one of the crucial features from Commercial Vantage is system update. So user will see critical and recommended updates for BIOS, for firmware, drivers, and software. User can enable automatic updates if if their company's guidelines allows that. Second thing that user might find difficult to locate elsewhere information about its device. So information about SSD, storage, memory, information about warranty expire date, basic information like serial number, BIOS version, processor information, and product number all can be found in Commercial Vantage. Freshly new released feature called Clean Your Device. So this feature allows user to completely lock input. Is it like keyboard or is it touchscreen? So while it's locked, user can easily clean the device. For several last generations, ThinkPads are equipped with Dolby audio and video capabilities. So user can do different settings for audio that fits his or her personality the best. It's really important to mention that ThinkPads comes with microphones which are far field. So the settings that user can do in the Commercial Vantage is like he can enable that those microphones would simply work just for his personal voice, meaning it would suppress all the noises, all the background things, or if the device is used on the table to collect bigger audience voices, he can select collaboration mode and microphones will work accordingly.
Okay, so that's very nice features. But is there something related with security and ThinkShield and ThinkVantage?
Yes, you are right. And one of the ThinkShield solution, which is built in the Commercial Vantage, called Wi-Fi security. So what it does is simply monitors all the Wi-Fi connections that device can connect to and identifies the user if that connection is not secure. If device is not performing as expected, user can run a hardware scan. So user simply run a report using Commercial Vantage for all the hardware components and system identifies which gets any failures. So that report can be shared with Lenovo technicians to fix the device. At device settings, user can configure many criteria like power management, like display camera settings. But it's really interesting that you can also define the input settings. For example, you can change keyboard buttons places like FN and control button. You can simply swap it in the setting there. There is one more cool feature at the Commercial Vantage called Smart Assist. So the sensors at the device detects users' activities and help to optimize battery and keep actually data secure by turning screen off when it's not needed.
A lot of cool features for the notebooks. Is there something for monitors, some free software as well?
Yes, there is. So the application called Lenovo Display Control Center, or in other words, ThinkColour. So that's user's application to manage settings for any ThinkVision monitors. Does it replicate the same things that you can do at the monitor's like bottom corner, that you can press physical buttons and run the settings? Yes, actually application like replicates the same things, but it does much more things. So starting with the essential features for ThinkColour application. So adjusting brightness, contrast, selecting color, temperature, and things like that. So usually user set it once whenever he or she purchases the monitor and forget it. At least for myself, I really hardly convince myself, to run the settings like after 1 year of usage. But actually, as I am the user of ThinkColour application, I sometimes convince myself to change that because simply I just need that.
I can admit that I always struggle with that button and with that menu. It's so confusing when you think that you need to do one thing, but it's so hard to find that. So I believe this software will be much easier to do things, and most often I will do it. Where this feature is dividing the monitors in two different, on the hardware level, making two separate monitors as a one screen without bezel, right? So is it possible, maybe with this software as well?
Yes, true split technology is actually the best one because it's working on the hardware level. But if the user simply wants to do partitions on the screen, he can simply do that at the application we are speaking about. So ThinkVision app allows user to do 2 screens, 3 screens, partition, whatever he wants. And actually this is working on all the ThinkVision monitors, not only on the ultra-wide ones. So let's cover now the basic features of the application. So Lenovo USB-C monitors has smart power functionality. It helps to reduce waste of energy, and user can make settings in ThinkColour application for it at the same time do changes for USB and other video ports. Professional ThinkVision monitors has feature called picture-in-picture or picture-by-picture to define how multitasking is done showed via multiple displays. User can actually work with 2 hardware devices, like 2 laptops, 1 laptop, 1 desktop, and 1 monitor, if that monitor supports KVM functionality. And all the settings for that type of usage can be accessed in ThinkColour application. All professional USB-C monitors support daisy chain functionality. You can run settings for daisy chain, what port to use in the ThinkColour app as well. So more advanced features of the ThinkColour application. Screen rotation. If the user is using one monitor as a horizontal one, the other one in the vertical position, so simply the setting can be accessed through the ThinkColour application. If user is spending majority of his work using some specific applications like Excel, like PowerPoint, Word, whatever, so he can define what color temperature, what specific colors in general would be used for that specific application. So it helps actually on the eyes of the user. At the same time, it represents more realistic colors.
And that's not all. There is much more features on the ThinkColour application that users can find. So we covered notebooks, we covered visuals. Now we have one more software to tell about. It's the Dock Manager, which is meant for docking stations.
As we were selecting the topics for Lenovo Talks, actually personally we were a bit skeptical about this topic, about the Dock Manager.
Yes, but our large enterprise sales manager Dalius busted this myth that it's not interesting. It tells actually that the software is needed and there is users that actually are using and asking for that. But of course, it is more meant for the IT managers, not for the regular users. Like those previous two softwares, definitely every user can find something useful for that. With this doc manager software is much more meant for the IT managers. First thing that they can do is firmware update. They can remotely and silently update all the docs in their organization. I think it's not very common that somebody is bringing the docs to the IT manager or the department for updates. So basically it's not done thing. So doing this remotely, of course, makes to done it faster and easier way for everybody, especially now that we are knowing that also part of the employees might be working from home. So you can make it much convenient. The update can be done via Intune or Configuration Manager remotely and silently. The other good feature that IT managers can get is the data or reports from the doc sending the queries via PowerShell. Of course, the basic information about the doc, the firmware version, the update dates, and etc. But also they can get information about the USB-C devices that are connected to the ports, and also about the monitors that are connected to the dock.
I would say it's really beneficial to know all the free software applications that user can get, because it simply brings better life with the hardware products you are buying from Lenovo. So we covered this topic. Stay tuned for the next series.